Working in a food truck made me realize how cooked life is. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I got this video idea from a guy named Jet Franzen. You're gonna see the video right here. He's talking about how a warehouse job cooked cooked his perception of what life really is. And I understand that wholeheartedly. I've never worked in a warehouse job. I'm thankful to God for that. But I know a lot of people have, and I've heard a lot of terrible things about warehouse jobs. Like, honestly, you're at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to working in a warehouse job. Think about like Amazon. There are so many different levels to such a big corporation like that. Warehouse workers are at the very bottom. They could care less about you. And that's the craziest thing. But for me, at least, I've worked a lot of jobs. I'm 20. I've worked about 5 different jobs in high school and in college. I started off working in an amusement park. That's a story in and of itself of how they were basically doing child labor, making us work 12-hour shifts in 90-degree weather and barely giving us any form of breaks. You know what I'm saying? That amusement park shut down recently, so hey, that's there to tell you the story right there, honestly. And then after that, I worked at a pizza shop for about a year. And then I kind of left because they didn't believe me when I said my dad was in the hospital and he was on his deathbed, and they said they needed proof that he was actually dying. So I was like, you know what, let me just dip. Then I started working at Target. Target was probably the best job out of the 4 jobs, because it was more flexible, it was calm, what I'm saying. And that one taught me a lot of lessons too, because there were some old people that worked that job that were there for years on end, and I'm looking at them and I'm like, damn, I don't want to be here for long, man. I won't lie. That doesn't sound like fun. It doesn't really sound enjoyable. These people be coming in so depressed, you know what I'm saying? And like the superiority complex that older folks have in these type of jobs is always so odd to me, because you have no power. You don't have power in the situation. You're not the Target CEO. You're not working in corporate. You're literally like a warehouse worker. We're the bottom of the barrel. We are literally just team members in one specific Target location. You're not the manager. You're not managing multiple Target locations. You're just one worker picking up orders and putting it into the hold space for when customers come to pick up their orders, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, we're acting like this job. We're doing too much for this job, bro. We just here to get our money and dip. That's it. But then here comes the food truck. The food truck was honestly a lesson. I mean, all of them were lessons for sure, but it's something about working in a food truck, right, that you never really expect yourself to do. I never expected myself to work in a food truck. And I was working in the food truck at the same time as I was working in Target, because it was just like, man, I'm tired of Target and let me just work in something else. And the only thing I could get is a food truck, because y'all know the job market is cooked, right? So lo and behold, I found myself in a food truck, grilling. I'm smashing burgers. It was a smash burger spot. I was smashing burgers like on a 400-degree stove, right, in the summer. So it was 90 degrees outside every day, sweating bullets every day, right? And honestly, thankfully, I was around with some really cool people. It was a friend of mine who's dropped out of college to start this food truck business. And honestly, alhamdulillah, it's been doing extremely well for him, It's been a year since I worked there, but they've still been going up and up and up. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's that made me realize, yo, you need to put your life in your own hands. This dude did not care about societal pressures at all. He had his internship. He didn't like it. He didn't like that corporate lifestyle. And he was like, you know what? Let me do what I know best. That creativity aspect, that marketing aspect. Let me build a brand around this food truck right here, serving good halal food. If you're ever in the DC area, go to Smash X. It's bussin'. But back to what I was saying. He was like, let me just focus on what I can do best and build this business out and see where it takes me. And what's there to lose when you're this young? When you're our age, in our 20s, early 20s, there's not much to lose, bro. This is the best time for you to really explore and see what you got going on for yourself, to see what you can really do, because nobody wants to live shackled for the rest of their lives. You don't want to live shackled, whether you're doing 9 to 5 corporate, whether you're working retail, fast food, or in a warehouse. You don't want to have your time binded and nobody cares, because they care about themselves and that's it. They will throw you aside like a number, like a statistic, and find the next man up. And it's just going to keep on repeating like that. And honestly, when I was in that food truck, I definitely felt that for sure, man. I mean, my job wasn't that unique, man. Anybody could learn how to grill burgers. Anybody could make a burger if you really wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, you're always replaceable. That's what I learned in these places. And then when I also learned from the old people in the places that I worked at, whether it was the pizza shop, the amusement park, or the Target, if you let yourself just be where you're at, stay comfortable, you're gonna end up in this place for a very, very long time. Like, you have to make active effort to push yourself out your comfort zone and leave. And that's what I did. Honestly, I was thankful. I had to move anyways to go to school out of state. So I was like, bro, I'm not coming back. And I did not come back. Hell no. If I came back, I was low-key sad as hell. So I was like, bro, I'm not coming back. I ain't gonna lie. I was broke for a good minute. I'm still kind of broke. I won't lie. But I was like, bro, I can't go back to Target. I can't go back to just putting orders in and just acting like a robot all the time and just being a straight number, like a statistic, bro. That joint wasn't it, man. And same with the food truck, man. That joint was too hot, too overwhelming. The people were amazing. I won't lie, the people were amazing, but that environment, man, I can't. I want to be able to do what I enjoy doing. Making videos like these, talking into a spatula, just building my own personal brand, you know? And that is what's really the key for me, at least, to financial freedom, time freedom, and location freedom. Because these jobs, they don't care about you. They really don't. And that's the biggest thing I learned through all these jobs that I've had so far in my young age. They don't care about you. So why should you care about them, right? Right now I'm doing an internship, and I'm very blessed to have this internship. And 9 to 5 is a, man, I made a video about this. I think that was my last video, actually, about how, you know, don't let your 9 to 5 kill your potential, because it can do that quickly if you don't push through and make sure that your 5 to 9 can get you out of that 9 to 5. You get what I'm saying? You're gonna have to be so diligent with your time, because trust me, that 9 to 5 is so draining. It'll drain all the energy out of you, so that you won't have any energy to do anything else outside of that. And then you gotta add in the commute. 7 to 7, bro. It's really 12 hours of your day. Half of your day, every day, 5 days a week, is gone to your work. And once again, you're just a number. You're a cog in the machine. If you dip, if you leave, somebody else is going to replace you. You're not that special. So you really got to look at yourself and be like, should I care for this job as much as the job cares for me? Because that basically means the job really doesn't care about you, so you treat it the same way. Now, I want to say that, because if you love your job, I mean, sure, bro, put everything into it, because that's what you love doing. But if you don't, what do you really look at yourself in the mirror and really ask yourself what you really want to do? That's my opinion. But yeah, man, that's really the main lesson I learned from working at these places, and realizing how cooked life really is if you don't put it in your own hands and you just let it pass by you. If you let life pass by you, you're gonna end up being that old person at a Target, at a Walmart, in a warehouse for years on end. And I'm not trying to bash any of them, because I know everybody has to get to the money somehow. But for me personally, I don't want that to be me. And I don't want that to be you either. So that's what I had to say on it, man. I appreciate y'all for watching, no cap. And we're gonna stay consistent this summer. I don't care. This internship is not stopping me. I'm making it. Trust and believe that. I appreciate y'all for watching, man. Peace to the Middle East, homies.